And if the tubes get filled, your message doesn't go through because someone stopped up the tube with a lot of shit. Runaway AI is an extinction risk. And there's been, it says, leading figures in the development of artificial intelligence systems, including OpenAI CEO Sam Altman and Google DeepMind CEO Demis Hassabis, have signed a statement warning that the technology they are building may someday pose an existential threat to humanity comparable to that of nuclear war and pandemics. Mitigating the risk of extinction from AI should be a global priority alongside other societal scale risks, such as pandemics and nuclear war, reads a one-sentence statement released today by the Center for AI Safety. The idea that AI might become difficult to control and either accidentally or deliberately destroy humanity has long been debated by philosophers. But in the past 6 months, following some surprising and unnerving leaps in the performance of AI algorithms. Okay, so they've signed this letter saying this could cause our extinction. They're like, hey, by the way, the stuff we're working on and the stuff we've already been unveiling might kill us all. But you have fun with that. We'll see you later. All right. Because this is legit coming from some of the leaders in the field, meaning this is like Albert Einstein helping build the atomic bomb, and then writing the letter saying, hey, don't use this. Don't kill lots of people. And then they used it. And he was like, oh, what did I say, though? But what did I say about using it? Yes, I know my theories help make it possible, but don't do it. What are you, out of your mind? Are you insane? I didn't mean to. God. This is like that, okay? These are the top of the fields, and they're saying that AI could lead to our extinction. Yes, I'm going to get to how it could also save us from extinction. But I wanted to get to this part first, and I also wanted to remind you of what type of human being is currently being asked to regulate, tasked as well as asked to regulate this stuff. These are the lawmakers and Congress people we're relying on. This is Senator Ted Stevens from a few years ago.
Ounce of information over the internet. And again, the internet is not something that you just dump something on. It's not a big truck. It's a series of tubes. And if you don't understand, those tubes can be filled. And if they're filled, when you put your message in, it gets in line. It's going to be delayed by anyone that puts into that tube enormous amounts of material.
It's not, folks. You need to learn the internet is not a big truck. It is a series of tubes. And if the tubes get filled, your message doesn't go through because someone stopped up the tube with a lot of shit and toilet paper, and they just threw a bunch of things into the tubes. It's not a big truck, okay? I cannot stress that enough. These are the individuals we're asking to regulate AI, to regulate artificial intelligence, to regulate some of the most advanced technology humankind has ever seen. And we're sending it to these type of human beings who are both sociopaths and not bright. They're both of those things. Both of those things. Sociopaths and not bright. And when you have not bright sociopaths, it doesn't end well. Here's another more recent example. That was Ted Stevens from, I think, early 2000s. Here is just the other day. I'll move it up to just the other day. This is in the congressional hearing over whether they should ban TikTok for being an evil Chinese entity.
Mr. Chu, does TikTok access the home Wi-Fi network?
What?
Only if the user turns on the Wi-Fi. I'm sorry, I may not understand the.
So if I have a TikTok app on my phone and my phone is on my home Wi-Fi network, does TikTok access that network?
It will have to access the network to get connections to the internet, if that's the question.
Is it possible then that it could access other devices on that home Wi-Fi network?
Congressman, that we do not do anything that is beyond any industry norms. I believe the answer to your question is no. It could be technical. Let me get back to you.
I believe the answer is no, but it's so aggressively stupid that I'm not actually sure what you're asking. I'm pretty sure the answer is no, but you are so dumb that right now it feels a little like I'm arguing with a can of paint. Not even a very bright color, like a dull tan can of paint. So I don't know the answer because I'm not even sure what you're asking is a sentence, okay, or a question. It's what? Okay, so that's current Congress people, and they're being asked and tasked to regulate AI, which of course can be used as a weapon, and therefore, what will our sociopathic ruling elite do? They will try their best to mainly use the weapon for themselves and try and stop other countries from having it, so that they can do a better job of destroying other peoples and other countries. I'm not saying other countries than the United States won't also try and do that. They probably will, many of them. However, the U.S. has proven ourselves uniquely able to use tools to harm as many people as possible, at least over the past many years. So these are the idiots that are being asked to, let's come up with a series of rules for our series of tubes. Let's come up with a series of rules that will keep AI from destroying all of humankind. Now, I know Elon Musk is an awful human being in so many regards. I don't defend him. I'm not one of these people who worships him. He is an anti-labor, anti-worker, pro-coup, just billionaire shithead in many regards. But that doesn't mean he's not smart about certain things. And so maybe a warning like I'm about to play should be dealt with, or thought of seriously. Should be thought of as maybe he's got a point. But let's see what you think. They're talking about AI, by the way, in this clip.
Communicate with your thumbs.
So what happened with you where you decided, or you took on a more fatalistic attitude? Like, what was there any specific thing, or was it just the inevitability of our future?
I try to convince people to slow down AI, to regulate AI. This was futile. I tried for years.
This seems
Nobody
like a scene
listened.
in a movie
Nobody
where
listened.
the robots are going to fucking take over and you're freaking me out. Nobody listened.
Nobody listened.
No one. Are people more inclined to listen today? It seems like an issue that's brought up more often over the last few years than it was maybe 5-10 years ago. It seemed like science fiction.
Maybe they will.
It's horrifying. I don't care how much you dislike that guy, and I dislike him a lot, but it is horrifying. And by the way, the people who thought he was a free speech advocate, he has just banned Randy Credico's Twitter account, the comedian who has fought hard to get Assange freed and just went over and reported on Ukraine and now is on Ukraine's kill list. Twitter has banned Randy Credico, and Elon Musk has shown no signs of undoing that. Anyway, side note. But that doesn't mean he's not smart about these things. And so his response, which I think is equally horrifying, has been to start experimenting with putting chips in brains. He's been doing that with pigs and things. Of course, crazy animal abuse. But that, again, that's a side note. No one cares about animal abuse these days. Who has the time? So, but he's putting chips in brains, which seems like it could add to his fears here, where he says, I tried to warn people for years. And his pauses are the scariest thing of that entire video. It's him just staring blankly into space. I tried to warn them, but they didn't listen. We're all going to die. It's the pauses that really signify a sociopath there. That is horrifying.